well. If it's not one thing, it's another. A stroke of bad luck for the Houston Texans. You want to know why? I'll tell you a number of reasons. Number one, J.J. Watt just recently had back surgery. All right? So he had back surgery, and it's reported that he's probably going to be out for some time now. J.J. Watt's a warrior. He's a beast. He claims he's going to be back, but with the back surgery you just had about 3 days ago, you can pass up the whole month of August. He won't be there for training camp. By the time September rolls around, I wouldn't doubt if he missed the whole month of September with the back surgery. That's some back surgery ain't nothing to joke about. It ain't nothing that you could just come back to. You're fooling yourselves. You're all fooling yourselves. I see these Texans fans on here like, oh, he'll be back in a couple of weeks. You stupid fucking assholes. He won't be back in a couple of weeks. He's going to be out for months on end. Months. And if he does come back, he's going to force himself to re-injure it and re-aggravate it and get it worse. The heart and soul of this defense is out. And that's definitely going to hurt the morale of the defense. Definitely. He's our team captain, whether you want to admit it or not. It's not Brian Cushing. Not Brian Cushing. Then you sign Rick Smith. You give him a 4-year extension, which I would have to respectfully disagree with that. I don't think he was worth a 4-year extension at general manager. He's had some decent draft picks, over the last course of years, but the problem is the product on the field is not it's resulting in mediocre seasons, 8-8, 7-9, 9-7. We haven't really had that many breakout seasons except for I think we had 2 double-digit winning seasons ever back in 2011 and 12. Dude, that was 6 and 5 years ago, dude. What have you done for me lately? You haven't done anything. But anyways, before I get to this topic of article, I want to give Kevin Sandova a shout out. He's a Red Rowdies fan of mine. He requested it, I'd give him a shout out. So I promised the dude I'd give him a shout out, you feel me? And then, let's just get to this fucking article. We're at 2 minutes and 30. I don't even know what to think. I got so many emotions mixed through my head right now. Hopkins leaves on the first day of training camp. DeAndre Hopkins misses training camp due to the holdout. As you can see right here, it says here, the Texans have released a statement following general manager Rick Smith. And Rick Smith, quoting from the Rick Smith himself, we're disappointed DeAndre has elected not to report to training camp with the rest of his teammates. He has expressed his position regarding his contract status, and we have been clear with both he and his representatives of ours. Our focus is 2016 season and all of our collective efforts and attention to be centered on that endeavor. The Houston Texans #1 receiver left training camp on Saturday before full squad practice looking for a new deal. Let's go ahead and scroll down. It says Hopkins entering his 4th season of his rookie contract. Last week he said he wanted to be paid what he's worth, but didn't specify. Now he believes he's worth more than what he is currently making. The Texans traditionally re-sign players, but their rookie deals expire like they did with J.J. Watts in 2014, 2 years before his deal was up, and Whitney Merciless in 2015. The Texans can pick up a 5th-year option for just over $7 million for the 2017 season. If Hopkins comes back and they don't extend him, Hopkins is likely to looking for a new contract, and will get him around $14 million per year, to $35 to $40 million guaranteed. He's possibly could be the highest paid wide receiver in the league if he gets that new deal. Now, let me scroll down. Okay, so the sources here, it's on houston.cbslocal.com. I will leave the comment in the description. So I'm going to go ahead and just, weigh my thoughts into this. First of all, he's receiving $7 million. I know a lot of motherfuckers right now that don't even have a motherfucking job, that can't even find fucking work, and this guy wants more money. But the problem is, in the past, you see all these fucking players being crybabies about it, and one, I don't got a contract, and then they fucking get the new deal just like that. And all this shit's happening right in training camp. I'm talking about the first fucking day of training camp. So, Watts has a back injury. Rick Smith, 4-year extension. Unproven quarterback. Now you got a wide receiver, our top wide receiver, and possibly the best NFL wide receiver in the league, except for maybe Odell Beckham Jr., that guy Evans from what was it, Buffalo, and then you got the other cat from Tampa Bay. I mean, there's a couple of receivers that you can throw into the bats, but DeAndre Hopkins probably got to be in your top 5. I mean, this is common sense. It's just one thing after another, man. It's like that term, shit rolls downhill. Well, this is the shit that's rolling downhill right now. I kind of have mixed emotions. Something in my mind tells me to tell him to go fuck himself and not give him the money, because then the next guy's going to want his fucking money, and it's just going to be a repetitive thing. When is the line in the sand going to be drawn to these players and tell them that you can't just come out of your rookie contracts and just try to bully your way into a bigger deal? But then again, teams have folded under this kind of pressure before and had to give their star players this kind of money. And then he's going to make the argument, well, you gave Whitney Merciless his money, and he's not really all that to begin. And I agree. Whitney Merciless did, I think, had 2 more years on his deal and wanted a bigger contract and threatened to hold out. Man, we should have told that dude to go fuck himself. He's not all that to be giving him a big-ass contract. Now, J.J. Watt, obviously the man put in work. The numbers don't lie. Best defensive player in the league. You had to give that man $100 million. DeAndre Hopkins is one of the best receivers in the league, and yet he's not even in the top 15 paid. I mean, so I can understand his argument on the other side too. And I know he's under a rookie contract, and it's been done before. So my question is, are the Texans going to fold and give him that $40 million? That means obviously it's going to be a contract, a salary contract, probably a hard cap issue. Is he going to take a lot of money off the back burner? Is he going to take a lot of money up front? I mean, how are they going to be able to fit this into our cap? Are we going to have to release some players? Are players going to have to take some pay cuts? You know, one of the reasons why we had to cut Arian Foster was he was making $12 million off the back end, and then he ended up getting signed to the Miami Dolphins, which congratulations to that, by the way. Rick Smith, according to his statement, he quote-unquote, and I'm going to repeat what he said, our focus is on the 2016 season and over our collective efforts and attention to be centered on that endeavor. So what he's basically saying is, a PR move is basically he's saying, like, we're going to go this season with or without you. And honestly, man, it sucks on both sides because both teams lose out on this. DeAndre loses out on what he could have a big contract in 2 years, or we could lose out by not having our star receiver on the field. So we're really like in a stalemate. And the Super Bowl's here in Houston, and you got this guy now saying that he doesn't want to play unless he gets a contract. Now, I have big hopes for us this year to make a push to become the first team ever to win a Super Bowl in our own backyard, minus San Francisco did win in Trojan Stadium, I believe, in the 80s. If I am correct, I think Joe Montana did win a ring in California, just not in his home state. But I want to become the first team to win it in our own city. The Super Bowl is here in Houston. It's our first Super Bowl since 2004, the 2003-2004 season. And, I mean, this is definitely not what's best for business. And this is definitely not a good situation that we're in right now. It's depressing. It definitely takes me off the mood. I hope this situation gets resolved quickly. It looks like Rick Smith is not budging. And it looks like DeAndre Hopkins is not budging, so I'm going to keep you guys updated with this holdout. DeAndre Hopkins showed up to practice today, but he walked off immediately. So obviously he is sticking his guns, and he's not going to play unless he gets paid. This year, I think for 2017, people have been asking me, what is he making? I think he's making like $8.5 million or so, like between $7 and $8.5 million. And I mean, it's obvious he wants double. He wants like between 14 and 16, according to all my research that I've done. And he wants to become the highest paid NFL wide receiver. Do you guys think he deserves it? I mean, on one side of me, I think he does, but I think like he's picking the wrong time to do this shit, man. I mean, you wait till a fucking month before the fucking season starts, dude. I mean, it just shows you how much of a crybabies these NFL players are when they don't get their fucking way. And then all this does is raise the ticket prices. It just fucks the season ticket holders over. Their prices go up on the ticket cost. Parking stays about the same. Food costs may go up slightly. Merchandise is definitely going to go up. Team apparel, jerseys, all that shit. all that's going to go up. And it's just that's the bad thing about it when these players hold the city hostage like this and we're forced to having to pay them what they think they're worth. Honestly, if you ask me, I don't care who you are in life. No one is worth 100 million or 50 million or 20 million catching a football, throwing a football, and run. I don't give a damn who you are. You're not worth that kind of money. And if it's because you guys want so much money is the reason why the fans get robbed at the end, because our season ticket prices, our tickets to go to the games go up and the merchandise sales go up. Food prices go up. Parking prices may slightly vary. I don't know about that because I think that's a third party. They don't work for the NFL if it's like outside of the NFL parking lot. I think those are like whatever companies own those parking lots. Because I like parked at a Shipley's Donuts for like $20. And the owner of Shipley's Donuts like allowed his parking spaces to be used for parking. But, you had to pay $20, so he doesn't work for the NFL, but, he still wants his money. So he's not going to go up on prices, but the NFL, the parking lot that's designated to the stadiums will probably go up. I mean, it just shows you how greedy these fucking players are today and how much they don't appreciate the kind of job they do have because, yes, the lifetime effects are long, with the injuries and stuff. And, yes, DeAndre Hopkins does deserve to get paid, but this whole being a crybaby and walking out of training camp is just very immature. The whole process is just immature, man. You wait till the fucking season starts to pull this fucking shit off, dude. I mean, seriously. I mean, this is going to take a blow. Like, you're talking about our best defenders out. Now our best receivers out. We still have a quarterback that's unproven. That's, you don't know if it's going to work out or not. I mean, this right here is probably going to fuck us up for the next couple of years. Because if Watts doesn't come back till October, you're looking at, by the time he gets in his mood, his groove or whatever, he may not get until November, and it may not even fucking happen this year because of his injury, his back. And then you hold out. The Texans aren't budging. You don't show up for the whole fucking season. We don't have our best receiver. We got a bunch of rookies, I think, that are okay and that are good in the long term, like Jalen Strong and, Braxton Miller and, Cecil Shorts III sucks. I don't know why we still got him. And, all these, the Sam Fuller. I mean, like, these guys are going to be good receivers down the line. I don't think they're going to be impact players this year. But they need a mentor. They need a guy with some experience on the field that's going to help them create open lanes to get them the ball. DeAndre Hopkins is a guy that's going to be double teamed, and guess what? He ain't going to fucking play. I mean, fuck my life, dude. I mean, if it's not one thing, it's another with this fucking organization, dude. There is no communication between the owners and the front office to its fucking players. There is no communication. Both sides are in a stalemate right now. And this is embarrassing. I'll tell you what. If DeAndre Hopkins does not show up this season, cut him. I hate to say it. I don't want to be negative like that. You feel me? He's the best receiver in the league. Either pay him or cut him. But don't let him sit out like that the whole year. You make a decision. Pay him or cut him. That is, because if you're either going to be one way or the other, there's no point having him sitting on the roster not doing nothing. It's literally no point now. It's just beyond disappointing. I'm beyond disappointed right now. I had high hopes for this season, and now our best defender's out, best receivers out, well, he's not a rookie, but he's a rookie for our team. Rookie quarterback with rookie receivers. We got Levon Miller at running back. It's okay. I just feel like this storm is brewing and it's getting worse. So anyways, if DeAndre Hopkins is out, we're definitely going to be probably second to last in our division, realistically, because there's no way, like, with the receivers we got, that they're going to be able to pull all the weight that he can't. What he can do on the field, they're not going to be able to mimic or replicate what he does on the field, DeAndre Hopkins. You understand? And with that being said, at best, with our best defender, our best receiver out, probably like 4-12, 3-13, somewhere around there. I hope they get this shit solved. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to think like too bad. We still got a month before the season starts. Just pay the man, dude, and get it over with. Just give the man the money, and let's go on with this shit, man. Don't be stubborn, Rick Smith behind the desk and shit. As far as I'm concerned, you're not even really that good of a GM anyway. You've always been that cockroach that seems to not get fired when every offseason comes. I see a lot of these front office guys get fired, and somehow your name is never in there. I don't understand how that's the case. You've given us mediocre football at tops. So, at best, I meant. So, anyways, with that being said, man, I'll give y'all more updates on this story as the story unfolds. And it's just disappointing on both sides. But at the end of the day, the fans get fucked over. You know what I mean? You got crybaby players, and then you got the crybaby, general manager and the front office that won't budge. So, it's just basically like it's just a stalemate right now. Like, nobody has the upper hand in this, and the fans get screwed at the end. Because that means we got to sit there and watch another pointless season, because if you don't win a Super Bowl, this shit doesn't mean nothing. All this shit you're preparing for, all this shit you're getting ready for, it absolutely means nothing. It's not about playoff appearances anymore. It's either Lombardi Trophy or that's it. There's no other way to put it. Super Bowl's here in Houston, and there's no sense for us not to come in with our best chances to bring the product to our own backyard. Put the best product on the field, give us the best chances of winning, stay healthy, stay relentless, stay resilient, and you know what? Maybe we can make the Super Bowl this year. But you see shit like this, man, it makes you question whether you should even watch this shit anymore. It's just disappointing, So anyways, it's the sexiest man alive. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll give you more updates on this shit as the story unfolds. And I'm signing out.